Did you know that a third of midwives in Burkina Faso are men? The initiative to train up men in the role was introduced because of concerns over women's safety in remote areas. So what is it like to work as a male midwife in Burkina Faso? Seydina Djigo went to find out.
With expert hands, Brahma Cobre carefully measures his pregnant patient's growing belly. The technique used to measure fetal growth is a gesture he's been repeating for 20 years as a midwife.
Being called midwife doesn't disturb me at all, since we have the same practices. It's not because it's a man or a woman that there is a difference.
In 1985, a decree was issued permitting men to practice as midwives in Burkina Faso. The first male midwives were sent to remote areas of the country, where female midwives were unable to go due to security concerns as well as cultural and familial restrictions. Then Minister of Health Abdusalam Kabore formalized the proactive policy.
I was at the time taken to task by the Association of Midwives, who told me that we cannot send single women in the bush, etc., etc. But it gave me an idea. I thought, well, why can't we create male midwives position? And that's why I learned the word maïticienne myself, the term in French. So I called my colleagues, my workmates, and we created the position of male midwife in Burkina Faso.
Today, according to Burkina Faso's Midwives Association, 30% of the midwives in the country are men. Some women feel more comfortable with female midwives who have traditionally dominated the profession. What do female midwives think about their male midwives' colleagues? I have asked the question to the president of Burkina Faso's Midwives Association.
We have a good feedback because male midwives do exactly the same thing female midwives do. We have the same training, they are accepted by people, whether in cities or in rural areas. So far, there is no problem. Initially, people thought they would be rejected by some communities, but there is no place where they are rejected.
Midwifery training begins in remote rural areas of the country with restricted access to adequate health care. Recent graduate Yacoube Towe has just joined his first post in Tougué, more than 200 kilometers from Ouagadougou. It's a long way from home for him, but he says the practice is his passion.
Male midwife is a noble profession. You know, when you are the first to have the baby in your hands, before the delivery, you have the mom be in good shape all along her pregnancy until she gives birth. You're definitely happy for that.
While male midwifery is rare in Francophone Africa, Burkina Faso is seeing a steady change in the vocation's makeup as more and more men begin to train in this much-needed profession. Seydina Djigo, BBC News, Burkina Faso.